We took a little field trip today. We are over at Transit OffRoad / Foes Fabrication. They're a great partner and friends of ours, the Van Mart. They manufacture a ton of parts, the front bumpers, rear bumpers, side grab bars that are super popular, and the rear grab bars. We are doing their suspension on our Transit van. So our van is going to be seeing some serious off-road miles between Baja surf trips and going out to the desert to go ride dirt bikes. So we're going to be using their lower control arms that comes supplied with B6 struts and then a coil spacer. This full kit is going to run about $2,300, and I think it's a great investment for what we plan on doing with this van. And it doesn't have to be specifically if you're like an off-roader, but just taking care of the body roll and the sway of these vans is huge. Once they get weighted down with some build outs, they can start to get pretty top heavy, and you really feel it in the wind. You feel it when you're taking some turns. So the real reason why we took this field trip is because we are not suspension experts, but Brent, the owner and designer at Foes Fabrication Transit Off-Road, he is. He's been designing things for a very long time, from mountain bikes to off-road stuff, trucks, vans, all those kinds of parts. And we're gonna talk to him a little bit about that and get the whole backstory of Foes Fabrication, how it kind of transitioned into Transit Off-Road.
Hi, my name is Brent Foes. I started Foes Fabrications a little over 50 years ago. Started out racing motorcycles, and from there got contracts with Nissan Motorsports and Dodge to build off-road cars, where we've won races from the Mint 400 to the Baja 1000. Did that for about 15 years. Got into building street rods and a bunch of different stuff, and then started a mountain bike company, which we're still doing now, but got into the van life stuff about in 2015 and been making a lot of products just for the Transits right now, called Transit Off-Road. Transit Off-Road started in 2015 when we purchased our first van. It was a Ford, and I wanted to put bigger tires on it, but there was nothing available to actually lift the vehicle to get larger tires on it. So I just naturally created my own suspension kit, and it's grew from there. So what happened is, people were noticing, how'd you get those bigger tires on your van? And I said, well, this is what I did. And they said, well, can you do that for me? So it just slowly grew, from people wanting stuff. So it just came out from a necessity to create stuff that worked for me and had other customers, people wanting stuff, and we haven't stopped since. We're always creating new things to make things easier for the customer when it comes to building out a van or suspension. So it's been a fun ride, and we're keeping it going. I like doing the suspension and stuff, so our kits were for the two-wheel drives when they first came out, and then we adapted our kits to the all-wheel drive version, and we have a patent pending right now on our new lower control arm adjustable front end, which from the factory you cannot adjust the camber at all. So this allows you to do that, because every vehicle that's built out is going to sit a little differently, going to weigh a little differently. So this allows you to correct your camber to get better handling and tire wear out of your van. So we're doing a suspension lift on this van. This is a set of our arms that we make. They're all hand TIG welded, CNC bent. These have our adjustable blocks, so it's easy to adjust the camber. All right, so today we're here with Van Mart. They brought up one of their all-wheel drive vans, and we're installing our four-wheel drive lift kit on here. So right now it's in the position to where we've taken everything off stock. They're not that difficult. Anybody that has them, mechanically inclined is all doable to do to themselves, as long as they have a floor jack axle stands in about probably 8 hours. You've got to get in here and finagle to get the screws out. That's probably the most time consuming as far as getting the strut out. But we're right now at the point where we're getting ready to put the Transit Off-Road lift kit on the vehicle, and then once that's put on there, then we'll adjust everything the best we can, and then drive it down to the alignment shop to fine-tune everything. That's one thing nice about our kit, is once you get it sitting on the ground, you can actually dial everything in perfect as far as the toe and the camber, so you get good handling and tire wear.